Hey there, thanks for sticking around so you can watch the extended version that can go more in depth about the video you just saw. So let's recap again. We're talking about prophecies fulfilled in our modern era. Now, I did get a lot of questions about this. So one thing that I want to explain is to really drive home the misconception that a lot of people have. And that is when they look at the Daniel 2 statue and they see Babylon represents the gold head represents Babylon, conquered by the Medes and Persians, which is the silver chest and arms, conquered by the Greeks, which represents the bronze waist. And this is where sometimes people really just lose me on this, and it doesn't make any sense. But the Greeks, or the prophecy of the bronze waist goes into the iron legs. We know Rome is represented by the iron, and the iron is split between the East-West Roman Empire. Now, the era of the feet is the era we currently live in, because this region that God is pointing to doesn't deviate outside of the region. But so many people have this concept that it's no. This also represents North America or South America or Japan or Russia. So for example, as prophecy students, we wouldn't look at prophecy if prophecy is saying Messiah is going to be born in Bethlehem, we wouldn't reinterpret that to say Bethlehem actually means the Bronx, right? If prophecy said, Messiah will walk into Jerusalem on a donkey, we wouldn't reinterpret that to say actually he's not riding on a donkey. He's gonna walk slow like a donkey, but it won't be Jerusalem. It's gonna be in Jericho. You see, we wouldn't do that. And to do that is to be led astray, which is Satan's plan. That's his agenda. He wants us to be led astray. But when we look at this prophecy here, just look at the consistency that God gives us in this prophecy here. We have Babylon, which is present-day Iraq, the Middle East. The Medes and Persians, again, over in where present-day Iran, we see that's also the Middle East. Greece, well, now we're going outside the region to Europe. Then we have East-West Roman Empire, which depicts the era of Europe and the Middle East, or in Northern Africa. So we see Middle East, Europe, Middle East, Europe. We're finding that consistent pattern over and over and over again. But a lot of prophecy students will deviate from what is so obvious to see, that they'll say, no, this actually means Saudi Arabia. No, it actually means Thailand or Japan or South America, or it's actually United States. Because they just deviate off it, and it shows their heart is not interested in the truth, rather they're interested in this topic. Because if your heart is truly, genuinely seeking the truth, the Holy Spirit will lead you to the truth. Because Jesus is the truth. And Revelation tells us that prophecy is about the testimony of Jesus Christ. So the Holy Spirit's not going to lead you astray if you are truly interested in truth. Satan wants you to lead you astray. And if you're looking where Satan says, look here, look everywhere where God said don't look, but you do, then you'll be led astray. Because you're interested in other things. You're trying to take what you want and put it into it. But as you can see clearly, the 2 feet, Europe, Middle East, because it's the same consistent pattern, Europe, Middle East, 10 toes, correlate that to what we see here about the 10 horns of Revelation, which is talking about the 10 kings. We're all talking about the same thing. The Holy Spirit inspired Daniel to write 10 toes, and the Holy Spirit inspired John to write 10 horns, all talking about the same thing, 10 kings, which is the 10 toes of the end times. So I just really wanted to drive that home to you so you can really understand that if anyone talks about or tries to sway you to look elsewhere, would you apply that same concept if it would apply to Messiah's prophecies and given specific regions where Messiah would do something to fulfill a prophecy? Would you reinterpret it? You wouldn't. Messiah would rise in 3 days? No, it actually means 4. We wouldn't do that. Messiah would be born in Bethlehem in the land of David? No, we wouldn't. It actually means the land of somewhere else. We wouldn't do that. And the same thing applies here. We want to take the same applications that we apply over the prophecies around Messiah and do the same thing about Messiah's second coming. What we do as prophecy students for understanding Messiah's first coming is the template and the baseline for helping us understand prophecies about Messiah's second coming. And this is what the Holy Spirit, our teacher, will help us with. So this is what I wanted to share with you all. Thank you for watching. I hope this was good enough to be able shed some more light on this topic, and we're going to go step by step so you can really get more in depth about it. Leave me a question if you do have it. I do appreciate you watching. And don't lose hope, folks, because remember, Jesus is coming. And that's good news.